After 11 weeks, Crash Test still has a 100% record. Absolutely incredible. And he has looked dominant in nearly all of his matches. He has won at all costs, but he's yet to have a title chance. So as we head into week 12, what could possibly be waiting for Crash Test behind the curtain? As he's standing there, waiting to make his entrance in front of the adoring fans, as we enter Heat this week, is there a... Oh my gosh! And here we have a hardcore championship single match against someone he has faced before, and that is Viscera, part of the Ministry of Darkness. What must be going through Crash Test's mind this week, knowing that he has to face this formidable force in Viscera? Yes, he is aware that he has beaten this man before. However, with a championship on the line, will this be a different Viscera we see in the ring today? Being that he's part of the Ministry of Darkness, do we have the possible interference factor? It is a hardcore match after all. There are no rules. You can use weapons. This is a very, very difficult challenge for Crash Test. However, he has shown in his previous 11 matches that he is capable, more than capable, of holding his own with some of the best on the roster that is within Heat. As we see Viscera walking down to the ring with Midian, what's been going through Viscera's mind? He knows that this man on the opposite side of the ring has beaten him before. He knows that his title is on the line. This stands to be an incredible encounter. As we're about to get the match underway, and straight away Crash Test has run, tried to drop kick Viscera, but Viscera blocks him, throws him to the canvas as they tie up. Viscera into the ropes. Crash Test with a clubbing clothesline sends Viscera to the apron. What's this? Crash Test has taken out both Midian and Viscera with a moonsault to the outside. Viscera sent down to the barricade on the outside, followed up by a clubbing clothesline by Crash Test. But Crash Test seems to be taking his moves out of Midian on the outside. Midian is all dazed and confused, while Viscera seems to be panning to the crowd. Viscera now back in the ring as they tie up again. Viscera sent back into the ropes. Off the ropes. Oh, and he clubs Crash Test to the floor with an atomic press, but Crash Test using the rules to his advantage. Low blows, tie up, and a headbutt from Crash Test sends Viscera to the mat. Oh my god, it looks like Viscera has been busted open. And again, Crash Test using the rules to his advantage. A headbutt to the groin. And what's this? Another moonsault to the outside, but Crash Test falls short as he's aiming for Midian. As he ties up Midian on the outside. We got a long standing vertical. Oh, it's a vertical brainbuster. Midian laying lifeless on the mat outside. As Viscera charges with back elbow into Crash Test. As they battle on the outside, a high knee there by Crash Test. Crash Test reaching into the crowd for a weapon, but nothing there. They tie it once more. Oh, would you look at that? Total well gutbuster there by Crash Test on Viscera. Sends Viscera to the mat. And again, Crash Test is taking no prisoners. Ties up with Midian. Headbutt. As he runs up Viscera. But Viscera had a keen eye. Blocked the attempted dropkick. Ties up with Crash Test. And power slams into the floor. Oh, the battle is taking place on the outside. Crash Test with a high knee to Viscera. And a running dropkick to Midian. He's taking them all at all angles. He is not messing around. As Midian and Viscera taunt on the outside. You got Crash Test just waiting for Viscera as he finally enters the ring as they tie up once more. Viscera sent into the corner. And a cartwheel back elbow there by Crash Test sends Viscera to the floor. What strength from Crash Test, simply lifting Viscera off the mat into a back suplex and then followed up by a high knee as Viscera is brought back to his feet. They tie up again, but Viscera reverses it to go behind. But another low blow by Crash Test, again making use of this no disqualification rule. Viscera with kicks to the midriff and a straight punch to the head of Crash Test. They tie it once more. Crash Test sent off into the ropes. Viscera back elbow but misses. They tie it once more. And a high knee there from Crash Test. Viscera slow to get to his feet. He looks a bit dazed as they tie it once more. Oh my God, the strength as Crash Test goes behind Viscera and back suplexes in onto the back of his head. That looked awful. And again, a tilt-a-whirl gutbuster powerbomb type move there from Crash Test. And you got Viscera, he's holding his head. He's starting to feel the effects of these moves. And a headbutt there. A strong headbutt to the middle of Viscera. Sends Viscera to the floor. However, Viscera is quickly back on his feet as they tie it once more. And again, a tilt-a-whirl gutbuster powerbomb there from Crash Test on Viscera. As he brings Viscera back to his feet and they tie it once more. Belly-to-belly suplex there. Crash Test definitely has the upper hand within this match. And they tie it once more. Viscera sent off into the turnbuckle. But Crash Test was smart. He didn't run after Viscera, and Viscera attempted to put the boot up to stop any further attacks. But Viscera sends Crash Test off into the rope and chucks him over his head. But Crash Test straight back up. They tie up once more. Again, Crash Test showing his superior strength. Another gut wrench, tilt-a-whirl powerbomb there. As Crash Test goes to the top turnbuckle. Oh, and a headbutt lands flush in the middle of Viscera's stomach. And now they tie it once more. Watch this move. Oh my God. It's Crash Test's finisher. He's literally pile drive him onto his head. And we got a second one. Oh, and he looks more disgusting than the first one. Like Viscera is going to need medical attention after that. He's been spiked on his head twice. What's this? Crash Test decides to go for a third move. However, Viscera gets out of it. And Viscera now sent Crash into the ropes. Big boot sends him to the outside. And a clubbing blow to the chest sends Crash Test outside to the floor. As Crash Test gets back in the ring, Viscera ties up. And what's this move? What's this? Oh, sidewalk slam there by Viscera. But Crash Test straight back up. Oh, a big kick there from Crash Test sends Viscera over the top rope to the outside. He's dazed and confused. But there we go. Onto the top rope. A sunset flip to the outside. Lands on Midian. I'm not sure if that was his target. And a snapmare tiger suplex on Viscera. Viscera lying, not moving on the floor on the outside. And Midian seems to be sent running back up the ramp there. Both Viscera and Crash Test back in the ring now. As they tie up. Viscera in control. Sends Crash Test to the outside now. But doesn't follow it up. Instead taunts Crash Test from the inside of the ring. Crash Test sends Viscera off into the ropes. Oh, but what was that from the big man? A cartwheel of assault. And Viscera suddenly now has the upper hand in this match. Crash Test going for the same move, but Viscera has it telegraphed and he lifts Crash Test over his back to the canvas and he's now choking him out. Viscera seems to be in complete control right now. Crash Test seems to be running away. Outside the ring, he is now. Viscera straight on the attack. Oh, and lifts him over his head on the outside and a splash to top it off. Viscera brings Crash Test to his feet, ties up on the outside, throws him into the barricade, but he's following it up with a back elbow. Oh my gosh. Is Crash Test in trouble? He certainly is. He's dazed, he is confused, but he is up. Viscera with a absolute power move there. Lifts him from the back to the floor and the count is on, but the count of two and Crash Test kicks out. My gosh, we were close to not only having Crash Test first defeat, for Crash Test to lose in his first title attempt of any kind. Viscera slow to get into the ring as they tie out Crash Test with a high knee to Viscera now. Viscera being dragged back to his feet by Crash Test. They tie it once more. A rake to the eyes there by Crash Test on Viscera. Viscera slowly getting back to his feet. They tie up once more. And a suplex. Simple moves by Crash Test now. As Crash Test mounts Viscera, straight right punches to the face. Oh, Viscera, if he wasn't busted open earlier, he definitely must be now. As Crash Test allows Viscera to get back to his feet. Tries for a tie-up, but Viscera blocks it, ties up into Crash Test himself. And a straight punch to Crash Test. Brings him up again, and a slap to the back. They tie it once more. Viscera in control, goes behind, and a strike to the back of Crash Test. Crash Test must now be feeling the moves. Viscera is not a light man. Oh my god, and we have a stretch. Viscera now attacking the shoulders, the triceps, and the biceps of Crash Test. Maybe to stop the power moves that he's been able to do so far. As Crash Test seems to go to the outside to escape Viscera. Viscera was quick to follow. Now Viscera just taunting Crash Test from the outside, both men in the ring. But Crash Test back outside the ring. Very strange tactics by this man here. Back in the ring he is now. Back outside the ring. What is he doing? Is this mind games for Viscera? Is he trying to disorientate Viscera somehow? So outside the ring we've got Viscera, and inside the ring we've got Crash Test, who seems to be taunting Viscera for some reason, despite the fact Viscera is clearly on top of this match so far. Again, Crash Test takes it to the outside. Oh, and he's dragged Viscera outside as well. And Crash Test is now slid back into the ring. Some very, very strange tactics as Crash Test taunts Viscera from the inside of the ring. And now running the ropes is Crash Test. Still running the ropes. Seems to have his tension set on Mideon. And another top rope sunset flip to the outside. He lands flush on Mideon on the outside. To be fair to Mideon, he hasn't even gotten involved in this match, and yet Crash Test has taken the fight to Mideon. Viscera, he was having none of it, follows Crash Test to the outside, but Crash Test quick to get in the ring. Now all three men are just taunting. This must be a tactic for all the men in this match, Viscera and Crash Test, to get their second win. But again, Crash Test goes and heads off to fight Mideon instead. Another top rope sunset flip, and he ties up Mideon again. A headbutt to Mideon. Mideon laying on the floor, holding his head, while Viscera stays in the ring and watches it all happen. They tie it once more. Viscera and Crash Test in the ring. Oh, there we go. A gut wrench power bomb there from Crash Test on Viscera. Viscera brought to his feet. They tie it once more. He's got the leg hook. Oh, and it looks like a fisherman's suplex. Crash Test trying to get back on top in this match. Viscera dazed and confused as he gets to his feet. They tie it once more. Oh, and the strength. Viscera tried to attack the arms of Crash Test earlier, but it seems to have no effect on Crash Test as he's just pulling out the power moves right now. Viscera slow to get to his feet. He ties up with Crash Test on the up though, suplexes him, but Crash Test is having none of it. Slams his fist into the floor, and he is straight back up. And oh my god, for the third time in this match, he has spiked Viscera on the top of his skull. Not a fourth time. Good God. He has dropped Viscera 4 times on his skull. Let this be over. 2, 3. Yes, it is over. And you now have a new hardcore champion in Crash Test Dummy. Congratulations, Crash Test. And there you have it. The stats do not lie. 12 matches, 100% record. And he now has the hardcore title within himself to parade it whenever he pleases. What an accomplishment for Crash Test. And he's deserved that. He has been dominant. As we enter the King of the Ring tournament. What matches can we expect to see within the King of the Ring? Obviously, we know that we're going to have the King of the Ring tournament. But, and our first match within the King of the Ring week is Crash Test and Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on Meat and Prince Albert. This should be a fascinating encounter. All 4 men have met in tag team battles already in Crash Test's 12 matches within the company. As we see Crash Test enter, he must be having butterflies. This is the first time he has been involved in the King of the Ring pay-per-view. The other wrestlers that are within this match, they've been here before, but it's still a special occasion. King of the Ring, it's your ability to show on a pay-per-view what you're made of. As for goes for Crash Test, he's been in a lot of heat recently, but this is the first pay-per-view, and he was going to want to show, particularly being alongside Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's going to want to prove that he belongs on the main stage, in the big arenas, on the big pay-per-view, headlining major events such as this. As we see a crowd favourite, Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is where he made himself famous, with his famous quote once he beat Jake the Snake Roberts, when he quoted that Austin 316 says that I just whooped your ass. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is when we were formally introduced to the rattlesnake known as Stone Cold Steve Austin, as we await their opponents. What must be going through this tag team's mind? For they know that they have been beaten in both tag team and single matches against this pairing. As we see Meat come into the ring. The last time Meat faced either of the opposing wrestlers on the opposite side of the ring was Crash Test, and he was obliterated within that match. So he has possibly got revenge on his mind. As we await his tag team partner, yes, Prince Albert. And as you notice, he does not have Droz with him this time. But as Prince Albert comes to the ring, he too has faced the humiliation of being dominated, not only in a singles match, but he's been dominated in the tag team match with Droz against these 2 competitors. So will a change in tag team partner change the fortune of this wrestler? Well, the match is about to get underway, and I suppose that question will be answered right here, right now, as Meat and Crash Test take centre stage. A tie-up with a big high knee early on, and then Crash Test off into the ropes, but dropkick misses from Meat, and Meat is sent to the canvas with a suplex. They tie up once more, rake to the eyes there by Crash Test on Meat. Not much to pick between 2, but a big power move there from Crash Test. Another gut wrench power bomb to the canvas, sends Meat to the floor, and there we go. We are wrenching on the neck there. Crash Test, he's wrenching on Meat's neck there. They tie it once more. Meat sent off into the ropes. Crash Test with an uppercut. Oh my God, with such power that it sends Meat to the outside, and a sunset flip to the outside misses. Absolutely missed Meat as he was on the up, but they tie back up. Crash Test sends Meat off into the barricade, and then headbutts him for good measure. Both men now back in the ring. They tie it once more. Crash Test sends Meat off into the turnbuckle, follows up with a cartwheel back elbow, and Meat is face down on the canvas. But what sheer strength there from Crash Test, simply deadlifting Meat from the mat into a back suplex, when Meat sent off into the ropes once more, and he is uppercutted, and he is sent onto the canvas once more. A headbutt to the groin. I mean, the referee needs to get hold of that. That is a low blow in anybody's book. Our Meat just reverses Crash Test into the ropes, but Crash Test holds onto the ropes as a drop kick misses everything. Crash Test then spikes Meat onto his head, goes for the cover, but we have a rope break. As both men now get back to their feet, they tie up once more. Crash Test was trying to send Meat off into the turnbuckle. Meat reverses it and then puts his ass into the midriff of Crash Test, and Meat is able to get the separation to tag Prince Albert in. Prince Albert sent off into the ropes. Clothesline sends Prince Albert to the outside, and now sent to the floor outside as Stone Cold Steve Austin and Meat battle out in the ring. Prince Albert back in the ring. Kick, slap. Another slap from Prince Albert, and Crash Test runs away. Stone Cold, meanwhile, is sent sprawling to the outside by Meat as they take their fight to the outside. Inside the ring, Prince Albert receives a high knee there from Crash Test. It is action everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. However, Meat and Stone Cold Steve Austin have now gone back to their corners. And another low blower headbutt to the groin from Crash Test on Prince Albert, and the referee does absolutely nothing about it. Now Crash Test mounting Prince Albert, straight rights to the side of the head. No referee interjection there. Straight rights there. But Prince Albert, double underhook suplex there from Prince Albert on Crash Test. Looks like Prince Albert wanted to tag in Meat, but Crash Test was having none of it. Catches him and suplexes him to the floor. Brings Prince Albert back to his feet. Sends Prince Albert off into the ropes, followed by a absolutely clubbing clothesline there as they tie up. And Prince Albert sent head first into the turnbuckle to the outside. And what's going on here? A swanton bomb. Top of the turnbuckle to the outside on Prince Albert. Will Prince Albert get up before the count? We're at a count of 6 now, ladies and gentlemen. No, we didn't get quite to 6 as Prince Albert made it back into the ring. Prince Albert sent off into the turnbuckle towards Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is clubbed by a clothesline. It is all Crash Test at the moment. Taunting. And he has spiked Prince Albert on the top of his skull. And he's dragged him back to his feet. They tie it once more. And there we go. We've got the same move. Oh my God. On the top of his skull. The cover. But Meat's broken it up. Stone Cold was not able to stop Meat interfering with the count. And we have still got a wrestling match, ladies and gentlemen. Was Prince Albert going to kick out of that? I very much doubt it. What is this? Crash Test missed with the clothesline as Prince Albert ducked underneath it and then went into an abdominal stretch. And then it is broken up by the rope break. A double underhook suplex again by Prince Albert. Prince Albert suddenly has a second wind in this match and he's quite firmly on top. But as Crash Test sent Prince Albert off into the rope and suplexes him down, we've got another cover and it's broken up again at the 2.999999 seconds by Meat once more. This match has got so much drama in it. So much drama in it. As Meat and Stone Cold Steve Austin, they battle center of the ring, and Crash Test ties up with Prince Albert. Another gut wrench, tilt-a-whirl powerbomb there. So much action, ladies and gentlemen, in this match. As Meat with a jawbreaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Prince Albert with a schoolboy roll up that Crash Test was able to kick out of, and Crash Test, oh my God, sent Prince Albert into the turnbuckle and an uppercut sends it to the floor. And oh my God, we are nearly 5 minutes into this match. It has been move, and there is still the strength from Crash Test to be lifting this behemoth of a wrestler in Prince Albert, not only from a deadlift position, but a tilt-a-whirl gut wrench powerbomb. Prince Albert is definitely feeling this match. He is clutching the side of his head as Crash Test rakes the eyes, goes for the cover, but a kick out because of a rope break. But a low blow. Prince Albert getting his own back for the headbutts to the groin. And the big man up to the top rope realises that Crash Test is nowhere near him and has to jump back down. Another rake to the eyes there by Crash Test on Prince Albert as Prince Albert is brought to his feet. A headbutt to the sternum. And on the opposite side, we got Stone Cold floating over Meat. And as they return to the corners, we can now focus on the two legal wrestlers And we got cover after a rake to the eyes. And this time, yes, they've got it. It's a 3 count. Stone Cold Steve Austin was able to stop me interfering with the count, and they both pick up the victory. What a hard-fought encounter. And here we are. We are now at King of the Ring. We already know that Val Venus has gone through. And we have the first match of Crash Test's route to possibly become Mr. King of the Ring, where he has to face Christian. Now, Christian with his peep followers, he is definitely someone who is of a different caliber of superstar than he has faced before. And Christian is followed to the ring by Edge, part of the Brood faction within this organisation. Him and Edge, they are a dominant duo together. What we have to question is, during this match, will Edge interfere? Will Crash Test have to play the game like he did with Viscera and Midian for his hardcore championship? It remains to be seen. But Crash Test must be full of confidence. But both men cannot be 100% having matches before this tournament. So will fatigue set in within this match? Only time will tell. Bang! Look at that. Yes. As the flames come from the turnbuckle. And as the referee gets this match underway. Oh, a missed drop kick already by Crash Test. Kicks by Christian as they tie up. Christian headlock, takedown there. Crash Test slowly to his feet. Is that already a sign that the last match he had is settling in? As he rakes the eyes of Christian. And Christian with a spinning back heel there sends Crash Test to the floor. And Crash Test misses with the low blow. Straight right there by Christian. They tie up. Christian sends Crash Test into the turnbuckle. And a chop to the chest there. They tie up once more. Crash Test reverses it into the ropes. Christian holds on to the ropes. And Crash Test misses with the drop kick. They tie up again. Straight right. My God, the power in that sends Crash Test sprawling to the floor. Crash Test with a tilt-a-whirl gut wrench powerbomb right there. Christian holding his head. The landing must have been heavy. As Christian is brought back to his feet. And there's suplex to the floor. Christian straight back up. Kick to the midriff there. Attempted tie up. Another kick. Chop by a Crash Test. Straight right by Christian. Chop by Christian. Tie up now. Go behind by Christian. Sidewalk. Backbreaker there. Across the knee of Christian on Crash Test. Crash Test reverses the attempted move there by Christian. As they tie up. A gut wrench. Tilt roll. Powerbomb right there by Crash Test on Christian. Christian brought back to his feet as they tie up once more. Oh, and it's a schoolboy roll up. But no 0 count there. Not even a 1. As Christian backs away, ties up now with Crash Test. And a straight slobber knocker of a punch there. And the low blow was blocked by Christian. And then now chops and punches by Christian. Christian seems to be getting the better of it. But he's halting in his tracks by another gut wrench powerbomb right there. And Christian is now being choked out by a Crash Test. Is the tide turning? Does Christian have anything left in the tank to challenge Crash Test? Seems like Crash Test now attacking the arm of Christian. Seems to be on top of this match. Seems to be gaining the upper hand. Christian laying on his back. Oh my God, and the sheer strength as Christian is deadlift from his belly to the back, on the back of his neck. That looked awful. And a clubbing clothesline, standing clothesline, stiff as you like, and a low blow to the groin with the headbutt. Referee gets a hold of this match. Oh, look at that power. The Power that sends Christian to the canvas. They tie up once more. Oh my God, a sickening headbutt. It is like a bulldozer hitting a building. They tie up once more. Christian, oh my God. It's hard to watch. That angle is hard to watch. Christian drops on the top of his skull. And for the second time, absolutely disgusting. Count 2, 3, yes, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Crash Test advances to face Val Venus in the next round of the King of the Ring tournament. Congratulations. In the other matches, D'Lo Brown beat the Big Boss Man and the Undertaker. D'Lo Brown versus the Undertaker, but first, Val Venus versus Crash Test in the King of the Ring tournament to see who will be crowned the King. As we await on our first entrance. And the first man to enter the ring is the Lady Killer. The man the ladies want. Or so Val Venus claims. But it is Val Venus making his way to the ring. This again is going to be a very tough match for Crash Test to overcome. Val Venus, he's definitely heading to the veteran status. He is sure to one day be a Hall of Famer with his iconic entrance ring right now. Still disgusting. I don't personally want to see that, but he does it, so he says, for the ladies. As I was saying, this is a hard test for Crash Test. He has to face someone of such caliber as Val Venus. But you see Crash Test, confident stance, confident stroll into the ring, flips over the rope as if he hasn't got a care in the world. Power, sheer power. We'll wait for the referee to get underway. Yes, there we go. Our second match within the King of the Ring for Crash Test. But Crash Test definitely does not have the upper hand right now. Val Venus seems to be fresher than Crash Test. Oh, dropping headbutt, just misses there. But Val Venus seems to be a bit fresher than Crash Test. Crash Test seems to be a bit slow, a bit sluggish. Maybe the matches before are having a toll. But you can't have that as an excuse when you're facing other well-conditioned athletes within the King of the Ring tournament. As we've seen now, Crash Test reversing, as I'm saying, he looks tired. He reverses an attempted move by Val Venus into a vertical suplex. Val Venus rolls out of the way, and Crash Test misses the clubbing clothesline, and he gets dumped into a pinning predicament on the back of his head. An attempted tilt world power slam there did not work as Val Venus had it telegraphed, and he was able to reverse it. And the back elbow sends Crash Test to the floor, and it is now a single leg Boston Crab. Val Venus is very much on top of this match. And double underhook has just been reversed there by Crash Test. Crash Test heading to the outside of the ring, looking to grab at Val Venus, and he successfully grabs Val Venus and drags him to the outside. It looks like Crash Test has got to have a different form of tactic, taunting Val Venus on the outside, taunting him. As Val Venus gets back in the ring, they tie up, and a clubbing clothesline there from Crash Test on Val Venus. They tie up once more, but Val Venus is having none of it. They tie up. Val Venus sends Crash Test off into the ropes. And a spinning heel kick there, followed up by a back elbow, sends Crash Test to the mat. A signature move here from Val Venus. How embarrassing to have him thrust over the top of you like that. And now we get straight right hands to the dome of Crash Test, only broken up by the rope break. And a rake of the eyes there from Crash Test on Val Venus. As they tie up once more, Crash Test finally gets the move he's been looking for. A tilt-a-whirl gut wrench powerbomb. They come back to their feet. They tie up once more. And the clothesline sends Val Venus back to the mat. But he's quick to his feet. Kicks in the midriff. Crash Test runs away. They tie it once more. And a rake to the eyes again by Crash Test. Simple but effective. And referee gets a hold of it. That's another headbutt to the groin from Crash Test. But Val Venus sends Crash Test over his shoulder with the neck. And now he turns it around and pins Crash Test for a 1 count. They tie up once more. Val Venus up into a vertical suplex. Straight back down. Crash Test very slow to get to his feet. Almost caught with a running back elbow there. But Crash Test makes his way to the outside and trips Val Venus, who was running the ropes. And now drags Val Venus to the outside. And he's back in the ring. Crash Test seems to be taunting Val Venus with his own taunts. Is this a tactic to get inside Val Venus' head? That anything you can do, I can do better? Well, it's certainly not having an effect. In fact, if anything, it has just pissed Val Venus off. As he sent Crash Test to the floor with a back elbow, and he's following up with the thrusting in and the punch into the side of the head. Crash Test looks like he's in a whole world of trouble right now. That's what you get when you try and piss off other wrestlers. Oh, a knee to the side of Crash Test. His body sends him to the canvas. But Crash Test retaliates with a low blow. Headbutt to the groin. Whoa, an uppercut blocked there by Val Venus. Over the head chop there by Val Venus. And a elbow to the back of the head of Crash Test sends Crash Test to the floor. Crash Test really looking slow at the moment, but runs to the outside. And again grabs the leg of Val Venus and drags him to the outside. Definitely a different kind of strategy to this match for Crash Test. Again taunting Val Venus with his own taunts. If he hasn't learned already, that really pisses this man off. Now, rake of the eye sends Val Venus to the mat as they tie it once more, but no, Val Venus blocks it and he punches Crash Test into the corner. And now Val Venus mounts the second rope and he straight rights to the side of Crash Test's head. Just pushes him to the floor. Utter disrespect. Elbow lands on the back of Crash Test. Val Venus in control at the moment, but Crash Test again leaves the ring. Drags Crash Test out to the floor. Such strange tactics this time. You can see that Crash Test really is feeling this match now. The matches are really taking their toll as he's holding on to the midriff. As Val Venus is looking extremely confident. They tie up once more. Crash Test sends Val Venus off into the turnbuckles. They tie up into the turnbuckle. Val Venus sent to the top turnbuckle. What does he have in mind? Oh my god, it is a fisherman's superplex off the top turnbuckle. Could this be the opening that Crash Test needs in order to turn this match around? Straight right now from Crash Test on Val Venus. Both men back to their feet. Drop kick lands flush from Val Venus, but Crash Test still stands. And he goes for a clothesline. He is reversed into a pinning 2. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Val Venus almost beating Crash Test there. Almost getting the free count. Almost knocking the Crash Test out of this tournament. However, Crash Test using his very bizarre tactics of sliding out of the ring and attempting to pull Val Venus out there as well. Oh, and Val Venus has fallen for it. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. At least 4 times in this match, he has fallen for the tactics and the tricks of Crash Test. And again, Crash Test taunting Val Venus with his own taunts. Again, same old thing. We've got Crash Test sliding to the outside. putting Val Venus on the floor, inside the ring, dragging him outside, and again, Crash Test is taunting Val Venus with his own taunts. Is he inside Val Venus' head? Does Val Venus even know what is actually happening? As they both get in the ring, Crash Test catches Val Venus and clubs him down with a clothesline. They tie up once more. Oh, and it's a straight headbutt there. Oh, that looked disgusting as Val Venus seems to be busted open, and he is very slow to get to his feet as they turn up. Oh, look at the sheer strength on the top of his head. Val Venus has just been dropped with a back suplex there. Oh, but he retaliates with a drop kick of his own. Crash Test being dragged to his feet now as they tie up once more, and he is suplexed to the floor. Val Venus now runs to the outside top turnbuckle, but as Crash Test wisely moves away, Val Venus has no option but to climb down from the top turnbuckle. But what do we have here? We have a reversal into a roll up. Oh, a one count there from Val Venus on Crash Test. And still would have taken some energy away from Crash Test as this match progresses. Oh, and a back elbow sends Crash Test to the outside. Val Venus definitely showing the effects of this match now as he's holding the side of his head. Once more he's been dragged to the outside there by Crash Test. Crash Test again taunting the man on the outside. But Crash Test is also feeling the effects of this match. Both men taunting each other. What way will this match go? Back in the ring, Val Venus has just reversed the attempted tie up and has put it into a back suplex. Goes to the top rope. Will he be able to land the move? Yes, he lands the splash flush on Crash Test, but Crash Test is quickly back to his feet as it is reversed. Oh my gosh, the sheer athleticism there of Crash Test. He lands on his feet from an attempted back suplex and then turns it into a back suplex of his own. Wow. This match is seriously back and forth action as we see Crash Test mounting Val Venus with straight rights to the head. And again, Crash Test on the outside, taunting Val Venus from the outside. And Val Venus has fallen for it as he's gone to the outside. Crash Test back in the ring. Val Venus back in the ring and tie up, but Val Venus is having none of it and throws Crash Test over the shoulder with the head. And he's now up to the top turnbuckle. And another splash. But this time, Val Venus seems to know that Crash Test is sitting up, but lands on his head anyway. And he's then clutching his stomach. Both men back to their feet, but Val Venus is sent back to the floor with a straight headbutt there from Crash Test. Crash Test sends Val Venus off into the turnbuckle, misses with the headbutt, but they tie up anyway. And we have a sidewalk slam. Right, ever since Val Venus missed the splash and hit Crash Test's head, the match definitely seems to have turned in the favour of Crash Test. However, saying that, a backbreaker there from Val Venus may have stunted the progress of Crash Test. They tie up once more. We have some form of stretch going on. Val Venus being circled around the ring while being stretched out, but he rolls out of the attempted submission move as they tie up once more. Val Venus goes behind, tries to suplex Crash Test again, but the athleticism of Crash Test means that he lands on his feet. And yes, there we have it. I still do not like that move as he drops Val Venus on his head as he drags him up. His signature for the second time. Bang! Straight on the dome, on the skull, on the reverberations when he spikes that move. Is it over? Yes, it was academic. A 3 count fall there for Crash Test as he now progresses to what must be the final match within. Yes, it is the final. And he faces D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown to see who will be crowned King of the Ring. You've got to think that these two wrestlers, they have been through some hellacious matches. D'Lo Brown defeating the Phenom, the man that is the Undertaker. And as we've been following Crash Test has gone through a hellacious bout with Val Venus, one of the toughest matches he's had to date. I mean, what sort of condition would these wrestlers be in? What sort of match are we in for? Will they try and go hell for leather and try and tire each other out so that a pinfall may be early? Or will we have a bit of a chess match where, you know, both men go for locks and holds? I just don't, you know, the match is on the knife edge. It really is. I mean, not only would you have fatigue, but you've got nerves. You've got the on the line right now is to say that you are king. You are the one that rules over all other wrestlers. As we see the old nodding dog himself, D'Lo Brown, he makes his confident entrance to the ring. Doesn't seem like anything's going to faze this man. He seems in a confident mood as always. Always rely on D'Lo Brown to give the crowd what they want. I love a bit of D'Lo Brown. When he shakes his head, you know it's go time. And the referee gets us underway for this final match within the King of the Ring tournament. And we start off with a power move there from Crash Test. Crash Test looks like he's trying to finish this match early. He knows that both men are fatigued. But as he goes for the clothesline, he is rolled up by D'Lo. D'Lo obviously hoping his match ends early as well, but he's going to buy the sneaky roll up. High knee there by Crash Test on D'Lo. Both men up quickly. Another gut wrench, tilt a well power bomb right there from Crash Test on D'Lo Brown. He's definitely going for the power again, but a reversal again. A sidewalk slam there from D'Lo on Crash Test, but Crash Test straight back to his feet. And a high knee there. High knee sends D'Lo Brown to the canvas, brought back to his feet. A tight once more, and this time he gets the clubbing clothesline he was going for earlier. This is an absolutely amazing match already. Not firing. A spinning heel kick there from D'Lo. We're not firing, but these wrestlers have not stopped since the bell started, and you would have thought fatigue, if anything, would have set in as D'Lo is clubbed by a clothesline to the canvas. Yes, these wrestlers have gone through hellacious matches to get here, and yet they are not letting up. The fans must be loving this. The fans have got to be loving this so far, as D'Lo spiked on his head, because these wrestlers are giving it their all. As Crash just misses with the drop kick. Oh, D'Lo with a few kicks to Crash Test. They tie up. Once again, a tilt-a-whirl gut wrench power bomb there. How these men are still able to pull off these power moves? Oh, but the headbutt blocked there by D'Lo. He had that telegraphed. D'Lo, but he's reversed into a over the head sidewalk slam type of move there. They tie up once more. D'Lo sent into the turnbuckle. What's Crash just got in mind here? He sends D'Lo up to the top turnbuckle. We've got a fisherman suplex off the top turnbuckle. How is it even possible? How are these men not just laying on the floor, out of breath and completely fatigued? They are really, really giving it their all. That had to hurt D'Lo when he come off that top turnbuckle. But the clothesline misses and D'Lo turns it into a backbreaker. Oh my gosh. The back that's been worked on throughout some of the matches that Crash has already had. And he's being clubbed at the side of the head. The same side of the head that Val Venus was tackling before. As D'Lo Brown is brought back to his feet. Oh, and a headbutt sends him right back to the floor. D'Lo slow to get back to his feet, just getting his bearings. Misses with that roundhouse punch, but Crash Test did not miss with his move as he goes behind. Oh, and what looked like a delayed back suplex puts D'Lo Brown even on the back of his head. And some of the moves that Crash Test performs, not only are they sheer feats of strength, but they really do not do the opponent's neck. Oh, we got rolled up. Schoolboy rolled up, which ends in a 0 count, not even a count. But yeah, as I was saying, some of Crash Test moves, not only are they powerful, but they really do not do the opponent any favours with their head or their neck. As Crash Test athleticism shows through, as he's able to get back on his feet from an attempted back suplex, but misses with the low blow. D'Lo showing signs that this match is affecting him as he's grabbing the side of his head. Crash Test with a low blow. Any shortcut will do for Crash Test in this match, it seems. Taunting D'Lo Brown, but that is just annoyed and pissed off D'Lo as he's right back on the attack. Over the hip with a headlock. They tie it once more as Crash Test is now attempting to separate the shoulder of D'Lo Brown. Crash Test bringing D'Lo back to his feet. Oh, but D'Lo rolls behind. Oh, and a low blow. Referee. The tactics of Crash Test just to get a victory here is shocking. D'Lo Brown behind. And another low blow. Referee. That's three in the space of about a minute. Shocking. As Crash Test now seems to be getting the upper hand. A clubbing clothesline sends D'Lo to the mat. They tie it once more. Oh, tombstone. A tombstone again spiked him on his head. Oh, D'Lo. It's a good thing that D'Lo is very flexible with his neck because he has been dropped quite a few times on his head and neck area. Big boot attempt there from Crash Test has resulted in a block and a clubbing clothesline of D'Lo Brown of his own and a back elbow there to the back of Crash Test's neck. But Crash Test sends him back to the floor with a clothesline. Back to the feet. They tie it once more. And another tombstone. Jumping tombstone pile driver there. Spikes D'Lo on his head. And an uppercut. Uppercut sends D'Lo to the mat. But D'Lo must be dazed and confused as he slowly gets back to his feet. But he's back on his feet. And a clothesline sends D'Lo Brown back down. It is all Crash Test now. All Crash Test. And it was like, yes, he's going for his finisher. Oh, and he spikes him on his head. The head that he's been working on most of the match. And the signature move done twice. The second time. Yes, he's got it. Oh, my God. D'Lo Brown, I am so glad that your neck is flexible. Can we have it? 1, 2, 3. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Your new king. Your new king of the ring. Crash Test. What an amazing feat from all of these wrestlers. Well, that ends week 13. 100% record and the king of the ring and hardcore champion. Amazing.